Hey!
Baby girl, it's the belly of the beast. Check the sky if you fly to the east. Wanna tell me where your mind finna be? When you see me with your friend plus 3. When the season is she ain't choose me. In my head, to be honest, she won't fuck again. Keep it natural, I'm deep inside the motherland. Call it ocean, cause I'm deep inside the reef again. Just told to me, you wanna talk to me, but I can't. Had to tell you that I love you, but I want your friend. You done turned me to a villain, I want you again. And that's real fact. Try to show me you was real, where the real at. Moving on, baby girl, where your...
Moving on, baby girl, where your... Huh? What was my... With your mind is such and told your friends that I'm naggy and so possessive. Anyways, what it is, y'all boys and girls, it's your boy Drix gonna spell it out with me. D-R-I-X. And we finna go ahead and react to how to beat your evil mom in the Babadook. Now we're going ahead and just go into our regular schedule programming, my nigga. If you look at the channel description, my nigga, we don't be like, this is what we watch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Horrors, short horror films, maybe short films, and we do some gaming on the channel too. There's gonna be a if I like the video, how it come out, a game of me and my dog Jimbo and Justin playing some, but like that's not really important. Anyways, yeah, we finna go ahead and tune into it. If you seen it over there, was the name of that song.
Has locked you in a house with a demon that's haunting you at night and wants to eat your soul. There's no one here to help, no one around who believes you, and now it's possessed your mother. What do you do when you're a little kid, trapped in a house with a psychotic adult who wants to murder you? I'm going to break down the mistakes made, what you should do, and how to beat the demonic mother in The Babadook.
The Babadook.
This boy is not safe. Samuel here is having terrible nightmares.
Hold on, though. It's gonna be Labor Day weekend. A nigga might have to go out for Labor Day weekend. There's this freaking like a rave, 2000s rave in Orlando.
Off the shelf to read him a bedtime story, but he brings her a strange blood red cover that she's never seen before and has no idea where it came from. The story is about a demon called the Babadook who will enter your house, hide in your closet, and haunts you in the night when you're in bed. The kid starts to panic.
These guys is like, I have
and the mother has
dead
to read
meat.
Another story to help him forget, but she doesn't.
How to beat the Nerd Explains. How to beat now is better than it was when this video came out because they have a different narrator. This guy is some like,
and you know it's not yours.
I don't want to just guess his race, his ethnicity,
is already horrified
but he looks like Vietnamese-ish,
we have a book that almost proves something supernatural,
Filipino-ish,
so we should be taking this
something-ish with braces. So I don't. I feel like his explanations are weird. That's why they kind of mainstreamed the new guy, the bald, short guy.
Didn't come from a bookstore. Considering the fine artistry of the drawings, the skill it takes to make a pop-up book, and the horrifying subject matter, there's almost no chance it was made by someone they know. The fact that it's a kid's pop-up book and
I should have did the
makes it
Dead
even
Meat
more
version of this. It would have just showed the scenes and shit.
I've seen way too many horror movies where you invoke demons by reciting words. I wouldn't be taking this lightly, and even if you don't believe in demons, there are enough red flags here to at least close the book to protect the kid.
Once again, these are not made to replace the experience of watching the movie. That is like every alert that is given, bro. But this little, if you haven't seen this movie, The Son, what? It's raining. The Son was a genuine piece of shit. The little nigga that had no chill, and he just crashed out. Like when he was in the back of their car and he was just screaming, dog. I see why being a mom is fucking hard.
Now, according to folklore, it's classified as a demon, which means it's a
being a parent in general is fucking hard. A single parent is fucking hard.
Your fear and grief. The more miserable you are, the more powerful it gets until it possesses and eats your soul. Its name in Hebrew means
I don't know.
Come, and it also
I don't know. I have a
this
genuine
is not the kind of thing you should underestimate. And there's no way I'm
fear
keeping
of
this
clowns.
book in my house. Even if it's all made up nonsense, I'm not interested in taking these kinds of risks. So instead of placing
I also have
aquaphobia. I would leave the book in front of someone else's door.
I have
Destroying
ichthyophobia.
it would be a natural instinct, but if it's real, it's better not to risk making it mad at you.
The ichthyophobia is way worse than the clown shit too, bro. I see a fucking clown.
Move on with your life.
It's like, bro, what the fuck? Creepy as hell. But I see like fish gills, the inside of a fish's mouth, someone scaling a scaling a fish.
She runs downstairs and finds her son wearing a catapult.
I start feeling so fucking disgusted.
Just as he launches a cricket ball straight through a window. He built it to fight off the monster in his room, but when his mother dresses him for school, she tells him to stop talking about
this nigga think he the epic Rudini or some shit. And it's raining and it'll fuck my AC up. I can feel the air circulation in the room not going how it was earlier.
And nearly hurt someone. He's been a danger to his schoolmates.
Nigga got fucking Elden Ring weapons. He was bringing Elden Ring weapons to the fucking classroom.
The mother quickly decides to pull her son out of the school, and they try to convince her out of it, but she's made up her mind. She thinks she's protecting her son, but this is exactly what the Babadook wants, and she's playing right into his hands. She joins her sister Claire at the park and makes plans for the kid's birthday party, while her son plays by himself near the swing set. The mother finds out that her niece doesn't want to have a joint celebration with her son this year, and her sister suggests she celebrates the kid's actual birthday, but she can't. It's the same day her husband died in a car crash, and she's doing everything she can to not think about it. Okay, that's some heavy emotional baggage, and I sympathize, but choosing this scary
birthday tied
to
to
your kid is already having nightmares
murder
doesn't just make you a
deep.
terrible mom, but it's also about to ruin their lives. If I was 6 years old, right about now, I'd be wanting to play some Pokemon or watch SpongeBob, not play Jump Scare the book with my mom.
Okay.
These two need
I gotta
to
make sure
relax,
this microphone
turn their brain off,
on
and have some fun. And right now,
directional
only one game
mode instead
can
of
save them,
omnidirectional.
because just like they're not expecting their lives to be overtaken by a pop-up demon, you're not expecting Raid Shadow Legends, because this game is
Nigga, a Raid Shadow Legend ad. Like, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Y'all not gonna see it, but I got an ad in the middle of this for us to get through that fucking ad for this nigga to be promoting fucking Raid Shadow Legends. For what, 3 minutes?
So you can summon. He's inventing catapults and crossbows from household items. And
This
it's all
nigga,
because he
this
thinks
nigga
he's
creative.
going
He
to get
fucking
killed by a demon.
MacGyver.
He's even using his playground time to imagine how he's going to fight it off. And that exhibits a lot more bravery to face his fears than his mother is showing. And she's making the situation even worse. Pulling us out of school means we'll have to spend
His mother
all
look like
day
that one
alone
lady
with a
from Charlie's
demon
Angels.
that wants to eat our souls. If we tell anyone this story, nobody will believe us, so the first thing we need is credibility. I would tell the principal of my school that the Darkin was meant to be used against my mother's abusive boyfriend. Even though this is a lie, it immediately calls the mother's judgment into
There was a
question.
2019
Bringing a
Charlie's
crossbow to
Angels.
school will become the
Oh
least
man, I know that
important
shit's
issue in
doing
this
dog
situation.
ass, isn't it?
To a
5 out of
6-year-old,
10.
This is the best
Yeah, that
power
makes
move you can
sense.
make because it gives
Who
me
the fuck is
leverage
the
over my
cast?
own mother, and I can use that leverage to force her to take this Babadook thing seriously. Now we have to figure out how to protect ourselves.
I ain't gonna say this is why
Mr.
the
Babadook's
this is
fault.
why it did
Therefore,
ass,
it doesn't
but
just tell us a scary story. It tells us.
if
what
y'all
the
don't know,
rules are.
that's
I would be studying every
Shorty
single
from
line and
Twilight
try
in
to
the
use it as an
middle.
instruction manual
That's
for
Shorty
reading.
from
The
Smile
first
right
rule
here.
is that you can't
And
get
I don't
rid
know
of
who
the
this
Babadook.
is.
It's one of the first lines in the book, so burning it will not solve any of our problems. The second rule is that there might be a way to befriend it, but only if
But
we are
this isn't
clever
what I
enough
was trying to
see.
show. We're
Now, this
fucking
one is a bit
whatever.
cryptic, but the
Babadook.
payoff here would be huge because it suggests that there are specific conditions that can turn the Babadook into an ally. If we know we can't get rid of it, then friendship is the only way to live with this thing safely. Living with a demon can be scary, but as long as it does the dishes and takes out the trash, I'm willing to make concessions. Another rule seems to be that he first appears in disguise, and the book says that when he reveals his true form, it's going to be worse than death. There's also another clue here, because the Babadook says, "Let me in," but in the picture, he's already inside the house. He's not talking about being let into the house. He wants into your body. This means he's a shapeshifter and can possess anybody. From this point forward, we need to consider that anyone could be the Babadook at any moment, and not trust a soul without a foolproof way to make sure it's really them. Lastly, the Babadook is willing to negotiate. Here it says he'll make a wager, but it also tells us that if we deny his existence, it
I think these niggas reading deep as fuck into this. I'll wager with you. That means the fucking Babadook is a gambler. Matter of fact, he's not probably reading this. That's probably motion right there. I'll wager with you. I'll make you a bet. The more you deny me, the stronger I get. So he's not a gambler. He's saying, nigga, you could want to pretend like I'm not here, and you can want to act as if I'm not a thing. But the longer and the more you do that, the more apparent I'm gonna become. This not gambling. This him making you a promise. This ain't a bet.
Him more power is the last thing we want. So I would acknowledge his presence and ask him directly what he wants. Negotiation requires communication, and that's a place.
How am I gonna negotiate with a
If none of
nigga
this
who wants
works,
my
then just
soul? Like,
offer
what am
the
I gonna
dog
put
as a
up?
parting gift and move out of the
What are we
house.
gonna put up? What would
The
y'all
next
put up for
day,
y'all
the
soul?
mother
If a
is late
nigga
for
wanna
work,
take
and
y'all
since her
soul,
son has been pulled from
and they
school,
say, look,
he'll
but
have to
I'll
stay with
I'll
his
take
aunt
something
until
else.
mother gets back home, but she makes him promise
What are
not
you
to
putting
talk
up?
about the Babadook while he's there. Returning to pick up her son, she gets out her phone and finds 10 missed calls, all from her sister. She runs in and finds her boy sitting in the driveway, and Claire here is furious. She tells her that he was screaming at some imaginary person called the Babadook, and it was freaking both of them out. Frustrated by dealing with this alone, he throws a firecracker on the ground in anger. She takes him back home and
Why
in the
was he
car
clutching a
asks him where he
firecracker,
got the
bro?
firecrackers, telling him that Babadook isn't real. The kid threatens that it will creep into her room and eat her insides if she's not careful, but she's had enough and won't let him celebrate his birthday as punishment. Okay, this is toxic parenting 101. If a parent pulls this kind of crap, they shouldn't be surprised when we act out. Now, for anyone who wasn't allowed to close their own bedroom doors or was blamed for every little thing that went wrong, will know that bad parenting is not uncommon. But it's important to point out that when there's an actual demonic force brought into the equation, this literally turns your childhood into a survival scenario. Kids are completely powerless, and even making a rational counter-argument can get you in more trouble. So eventually, we'll find ourselves grounded and locked in our room with a demon that she doesn't believe exists. There's still a way we can control.
You gotta use
happening,
IQ. He not lying.
considering what we know
Because
about
if you're getting chased by a fucking demon and then all you're doing is being a problem child about that shit, and I don't believe you, you haven't got me to even believe a damn thing. Now you're getting punished, and now I'm gonna leave you in your fucking room for the demon in the fucking closet to whip you out. Fucking take you, fam. It's bullocks. Why is that popping up?
creature, it's a demon with higher intelligence, which means it's capable of bargaining. I would sell out my parents if I thought it could take.
So
care
is
of
this
two
kind of
problems at
like-
once. The Babadook must promise not to harm me?
I was
and
gonna
will
say
give
the
him
Grim
everything
Cuddy,
he
but
needs to
no, I
haunt the
forgot.
money.
It's some
It
Hulu
sounds like
series with some
revenge,
black
and
guy
it is, but it also helps
who
me achieve my
takes
goal of
kids.
convincing her that this thing is real.
And it
she'll
started off from
finally be
him
willing
being
to
a
help get
VCR
rid of this
tape.
demon once and for all. That night at dinner, they're eating together quietly, but the
So
mother
does he just
suddenly
TP
winces in
it?
pain. Reaching into her mouth, she finds a glass shard was in her soup and panics. She checks her son's bowl, but realizes that the glass was only in hers. The kid insists that the Babadook did it, but she accuses him of trying to hurt her and sends him away. The mother leaves Sam watching
You
TV
made the
in
food.
the living room and heads upstairs. But when she turns the corner, she sees the kid dart into her room. Walking through the door, she looks around and there's no sign of him anywhere, but on her bed she finds the very same photo from the basement and it's been vandalized. This is the last straw. She confronts her son about this and he immediately goes to grab his catapult, but she stops him. Suddenly, he pushes her to the ground and asks if she wants to die. She doesn't know what to say and can only watch as the boy picks up his catapult and storms off to hunt.
That just gave me a new POV of what this nigga was doing, because when I'm watching this shit, I'm like, bro, did you just fucking tell your mom does she want to die? Did you shove your mom and then say, do you want to die? Whole time, little bro noticed. He was like, nigga, that wasn't me. But how does little bro know the fucking abilities of the damn Babadook? So how long was Jit fading the Babadook before any of this extremely, you know what I'm saying, extreme shit started happening? How long was he denying Jit? He didn't even deny it. So if he grabbed the catapult to go ahead and try to slime Jit out, that gives me a whole new point of view on what Jit was doing. I mean, Jit was still being a piece of shit, but that right there, because when bro, that scene in the movie, I was like, nigga, what the fuck is wrong with him?
This was a heartwarming family moment. The mother thinks her son was threatening to kill her, but actually, all he wanted to do was protect her. His mother is already being haunted, and instead, she sees her 6-year-old son as the enemy. So we need to use the same tactic as the Babadook and manipulate her fear and anger in the right direction. The best way to do this is by gaslighting her, to drive her mental instability out into the open in front of others. She already thinks it's our fault, so we might as well take it to the limit and see if she cracks. I would bang on her door in the middle of the night, move things around the house, and turn the TV on at max volume to make a stronger impression that the house was haunted by a more conventional ghost. As long as we don't get caught, it's going to scare her enough to confront the issue. And she
Jit
might
just got
either
caught,
investigate
even
the
though he didn't do
paranormal
it.
activity
I don't
or
think
be
he-
too
I don't think
afraid
he's
to
swift
stay
enough for
and
that.
sell the house.
W
If she
dog.
doesn't, then the
W
neighbor
mutt.
will be able to see how the mother is getting worse, and this woman would just love any excuse to meddle. Frustrated with her son's behavior, the mother goes into the kitchen for some peace and quiet, but notices the ceiling light starts to flicker. Upstairs, her son hears something and walks towards the closet, but when he sees what's inside, he screams in terror. The boy is traumatized by whatever he saw, and she tries to get him to calm down, but when she looks up to see the demon's book on the shelf, she knows what she needs to do. Ripping the pages into shreds, she's had enough of her son's fantasies. Walking outside, she throws the book into the trash, thinking it's the last she'll see of it, but the Babadook is just getting started. The next morning, the mother hears a knock at the door. When she opens it, she looks down and is shocked to find the Babadook's book on her doorstep. Taking it inside the house, she flips through the pages and discovers they've been put back together.
So
This time the
someone
story-
else, because the fucking book wasn't in perfect condition. So that means this shit has already gotten a couple motherfuckers, and they've done the exact same thing.
is speaking directly to her as she finds pictures of her killing the dog, strangling her son, and ending her own life. Afraid to read any further, she takes it outside where she pours gasoline over the book and sets it on fire right in front of Sam. But it's already too late because the Babadook isn't done with them yet.
I
They
think the
go to his
Babadook already
cousin's
has her
birthday
at that
party,
point.
and everyone is having a good time except for Sam. He's still terrified of the Babadook and hides in the corner of a treehouse. His cousin finds him and mocks him for not having a dad and that no one wants him. This was one step too far. Furious, he pushes her out of the treehouse and she breaks her nose from the fall. He's causing trouble again and has given his mother...
You see, I was telling you, the nigga is a piece of shit. He fucking pushed his cousin out the treehouse. I mean, granted, she and this nigga up talking crazy as fuck. Like, I wasn't even in the function. I wasn't a part of shit. You came to me. You disturbed my peace. You know what? Matter of fact, I would have pushed that ass out too.
One more reason.
I would have pushed that ass down too.
Leaving the birthday party,
bro.
his mother breaks
fuck
down
wrong
and
with
yells
you?
at him to just be normal. That's when the boy's eyes roll back into his head as he begins to have a seizure, and the mother realizes that this is a lot more serious than she thought. She takes him to the hospital where he's given a...
Imagine that. Just be normal. In the back seat, just fucked up. Now you just mad. Now you worried. Like, you can't even be mad no
and
more.
The doctor tells her there's nothing medically wrong with her kid. He's had a severe anxiety attack and is under a lot of stress. She begs the doctor to prescribe sleeping pills to help him, and the doctor agrees. Relieved, she's finally going to get some peace away from her problem child, but doesn't realize that her problems are about to get a whole lot worse.
Bro, I keep looking at this screen.
Okay, this
because
doctor is not...
I have this. Oh shit, y'all can't see that. I have the little stream chat thing up. Yeah, there you go. The stream chat thing in the OBS. And that shit it's like it pops up something that's like damn near damn. Like damn, am I accidentally streaming?
Don't need, then we need to do something about this immediately, especially since these drugs will leave us completely vulnerable against the Babadook. The good news is we can use these sleeping pills against the mother.
You took the
and beat
sleeping
the
pills? She
Babadook
OD'd
at
off
his
my
own
sleeping
game.
pills.
First,
Like, you
I will
OD'd
steal
off
a
my
handful
shit.
while she's not looking, make her tea, and spike it with enough medication to knock her out cold. Now, nobody in their right mind would let a 6-year-old put a kettle on, but if it's already been made, I doubt she would turn it down. It will look like a nice gesture, and the flavor will disguise the taste of the pills. According to the book, as long as she continues to deny the Babadook's existence, the more powerful it becomes. The advantage here is that if the mother is unconscious, she has no opinion about the Babadook and it drains his power.
I don't think it
These
works
pills
like that.
give us the leverage we need to negotiate with the Babadook and find out what he wants.
Looks like a
Later
bar
at
thing.
home, she
It's like,
asks her son to take
once
a
you're at
pill
level 3,
so
you're
he
already
can
at
go to
level
sleep,
3.
and he's skeptical at first, but when she
You can start
reassures
believing
him
in
it will
me,
make the Babadook go away,
then it'll
he agrees
drop,
to take
but
it with
if you're
one
not
condition.
thinking about
he will
me,
stop talking about
it
the
will stay
monster
stagnant.
if she swears to protect him. That night, the mother's washing the dishes and looks up through the kitchen window, but is frozen in fear as she sees the Babadook in her neighbor's house. Sam interrupts her to say he's tired, but when she turns back, the Babadook is gone. She tries hard to get some rest, but can't shake the feeling that someone is watching her. Suddenly, she hears noises from outside the room, and when she sits up, something opens the door. The Babadook crawls into the ceiling and lunges at her. Jumping out of bed, she takes her son.
That
and
shit's
moves them
creepy
both
as fuck to watch at
downstairs.
night.
The
Only
mother
watch horror movies
refuses
at
to
night.
sleep.
If you're a sicko, psychopath ass nigga who watches horror movies in the morning, I don't know what to tell you. But if you watch this movie at night, that fucking scene's gonna creep the shit out of you. With no LEDs on. Niggas love LEDs. No LEDs on. Watch horror movies in the dark, as they're supposed to be watched.
And stays up to watch TV, but the demon still won't leave her alone. The mother has no idea how much time has passed and starts to look for her son, but she hears something in the kitchen. She turns on the light and catches them on the phone with their neighbor asking for help. Yanking the phone out of his hand, she tells her they're fine and hangs up before reaching into the drawer and pulling out a kitchen knife. The boy is terrified as his mother walks to the living room to cut the phone line. Now there's no way to contact the outside world, and no one is coming to help. Okay, this woman is becoming a total psycho, and when your mom starts waving a kitchen knife around the house and cutting phone lines, you know
That's
it's
when you
time
gotta
to
start.
leave. The problem is the Babadook's influence on the mother is getting stronger, and this kid has zero freedom to escape. But if we were paying attention, there's one ability that we can take advantage of here to call for help.
What?
Anytime the Babadook comes out, the lights start to flicker, which
Okay.
means he has control over electricity in the house. We can't make a phone call anymore, and she won't let us leave the house. So what I would do is find a flashlight and use it to signal a neighbor through the window of my bedroom. It's battery powered, so the Babadook can't interfere with it, and if we stay in the bedroom, the mother won't bother us because she thinks we're asleep. The neighbor will notice the flashing light and investigate herself or call the cops, or we can tell them the mother is a danger to us and to herself, and they'll have no choice but to investigate the claims. Later that night,
I mean,
after
if my I mean, despite me, I wouldn't be like a nosy neighbor, but if my neighbor's kid that I'm kind of close with, like we interact a good amount of times, like, you know what I'm saying, more than just a hi bye, like I've taken care of him or some shit, like that scene where he was sitting next to her. He calls me and then says, you know, he needs help. And I've noticed you've been deteriorating lately. I'm not gonna call Popo or nothing, but I'm gonna come over.
Putting Sam to bed, the mother sees the lights in the house start flickering.
Not minding my business.
She slowly turns around and is horrified to find the Babadook coming straight for her.
Oh, some Michael Jackson shit. It's fucking the little stuff shit. He in that motherfucking corner. He fuck around, hit that. Hold on. He in that corner, fuck around, hit that. That little stuff. Cause you know, you can't see it. I'm not all the way in frame, but the look. Fuck y'all.
She runs into another room and barricades the door with a chair, hoping it will keep the monster out. But now it's climbing down the chimney and is entering her room. The mother tries to crawl away, but there's no escape. The Babadook lunges at her and possesses her body. She is now one with the demon, and the boy is in grave danger. Sam here peeks through the crack in the door and looks at his mother watching TV, but he knows something is wrong. The dog runs out of the room and starts barking at her, but that was Bugsy's biggest mistake. She runs after the dog, chasing it into the kitchen and picks it up before brutally snapping its neck. Okay, this is the best thing that could have possibly happened. It's sad to lose a good dog.
The nigga told you,
one death,
deny me and the stronger I get.
The mother,
now he done fucked you up, possessed you, and showed you a book spirit,
it can be anywhere at any
of what you was finna do
in any way it wants.
And he is achieving
it. Taken a physical body, we can control it in ways we couldn't before.
Nigga had a physical
Kevin
body.
McAllister here would be a great way to attack him without putting ourselves at risk. If the spiritual force was confined to the household, then dragging her outside would free her from the demon's control, and we could leave for good. But if this didn't work, I would chain my mother to the basement for as long as it takes. I know it's cruel, but the Babadook wouldn't want to stay in a body that had no freedom to move around, and it would be compelled to leave her. As soon as it does, the mother wouldn't be able to deny what happened and admit that it's finally time to get the out of the house. She sees her son run up to his room and chases after the boy to feed on his soul. Finding the door locked, she kicks it open, and Sam here is frozen in fear as he watches his mother float across the room just like the Babadook.
That's not max motion though. Fucking grip the top of that motherfucker and swung backwards, hit that bitch
against a brick wall. But Sam has been planning for this moment. She follows him into the basement and gets caught by the tripwire he set up. She's sent tumbling down the stairs and is knocked out cold. When she wakes up, Sam has tied her down to the floor and there's no way to escape. He tells her that he'll love her even if she doesn't love him back, but they need to get the Babadook out of the house. Slipping out of her restraints, she manages to grab her son and begins to strangle him. Instead of fighting back, he reaches out and touches her face in love even as she's killing him. Overwhelmed with emotion, she tosses him off of her and starts to convulse violently on the floor. Turning over, she vomits up a black liquid and collapses in exhaustion. The boy runs over to his mother and gives her a hug. As he realizes she has returned and the
old school
Babadook
productions,
has left her body.
Together,
they leave the basement and head for the front door to get help. But the boy suddenly gets pulled up the stairs. The monster has taken her son, and now she has to rescue him. Running into her bedroom, she sees him get thrown into the wall and doesn't know what to do. Picking him up off the floor, they jump into the bed, but the Babadook starts shaking the entire frame. Helpless,
now why he did that?
To know what it wants, and the bed
he just did all this taking and snatching and shit, and he gets to the fucking bed,
pulls him back into
fuck around and get a ass
at the monster in pure rage. Now that the mother has no fear, the Babadook is powerless, and it runs downstairs into the basement to hide. The demon can't be destroyed, and he will never leave, but they've defeated him, and now she can move on. Days later, the mother is gardening in her backyard and finds a worm in the ground, dropping it in a bowl of other nightcrawlers. She takes it into the basement and leaves them out for the Babadook, who is now prisoner in their home. Joining her son in the backyard, the mother wishes Sam...
You're keeping the demon nourished? Like, let's talk about it. Like, why was she keeping the demon nourished? Are you ever planning on weaponizing the Babadook? I could be tripping, but whatever. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. The movie is, once again, these are not made to replace the experience of watching the movie officially. There's gonna be way more of these videos on my shit. So if I could take the train of clout and absorb my myself. Anyway, it's your boy Drix. Go ahead and spell it out with me. Drix. Hopefully I catch y'all in the next one.